that was a moment of silence for Patrick Beverly because it looks like the Lakers are 2 for 2. First off, the Pelicans running their mouth, talking all that stuff, all their fans talking about how, the Lakers are gonna they're gonna land Victor Wembanyama to the Pelicans and blah, 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 blah. Patrick Beverly, he ends up getting traded. He says, hey, I was the one that wanted to get traded. It was an absolute mess in that locker room. Blah, 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 blah. I'm on the Chicago Bulls. I can't wait to eliminate the Lakers. Even when he got to the Lakers, what does he do? He comes in, he talks about, hey, I'm the one that made the playoffs. I'm the one that's supposed to be there. Blah, 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 blah. And guess what? Guess where you are? You're on a trip back to Cancun, buddy. So enjoy it while the Lakers are in the playoffs. And look, I'm not saying the Lakers win the NBA championship. I'm not saying they even beat Memphis Grizzlies. I think they have a very good chance, and I think they're very capable of doing it. It's just funny that all these people and all these fans and all this stuff were all chirping and all had something to say. And Patrick Beverly is on his podcast talking all this smack about the Lakers. And it's like, dude, what did you do? Look, I love Pat Bev. I love his grit. I love his grime. I love how he runs his mouth and mostly backs it up and stuff. But like sometimes you need a little humbling, right? Like, I get the competitiveness. I get the competitor. And look, Patrick Beverly, he's the kind of guy, he probably sees this video, he probably loves it, right? I mean, you saw, I posted the video of Patrick Beverly on Austin Reeves, right? And he was totally fair game. Well, I'm sure if Patrick Beverly saw this video, he'd be, get it. Because I am. We are going in. Look, he sat there chirping, beat the Lakers. Hey, kudos, right? Then you went home and got smacked. You're on a terrible team. He spoke more about the Lakers than he did the Chicago Bulls when he was on the Chicago Bulls and talking about how I'm focused on getting this team to the playoffs. Yet every time you had a chance, you were bringing up LeBron and the Lakers and how terrible it was, and how they're trash, and you want to, eliminate them from the playoffs. And what are you doing? You'll sit in your ass home. So sit down, be quiet, go do your little podcast, and go enjoy watching the Lakers where you should have been. And look, I actually think Patrick Beverly would have been great on this team, right? Like, he would have been a better fit. I don't think he would have been great in heavy minutes, but I do think with the roster we have now, Patrick Beverly in spots would have been cool, especially against like a matchup against the Grizzlies where you're going to have Ja Morant. It'd be nice to be able to put like Patrick Beverly, not heavily, but on spots because you want to wear guys down, right? So throw Dennis Schroeder, throw a Jared Vanderbilt, throw a Patrick Beverly on him, and just kind of wear him down with physical defenders throughout the course of a 7-game series. And I think Patrick Beverly, just for a locker room perspective, his energy, there's a lot to love about Patrick Beverly. But for somebody that talks as much as he does, it's just ironic. And it's just funny to me. It is so funny how all these people, for months, we had to hear it. We had to listen to it as Laker fans. We had to hear all the chirping, all the noise, all the mess. And how we aren't going to make the playoffs, how we're the 13th seed, enjoy the lottery, the Victor Wembanyama, Patrick Beverly leaves, he's talking, he's chirping, he's, doing the too small and LeBron and all that stuff, and talking about how we're going to be in the playoffs and LeBron's not again, and even when he got to the Lakers, talking all that, man. And it's just, look, Pelicans, boom, enjoy Cancun. Patrick Beverly, boom, enjoy Cancun. It's a beautiful thing. It really is. It's a beautiful thing. And look, Chicago's got all kinds of mess, all kinds of disasters. Like Patrick Beverly actually was pretty solid for them. He doesn't really score much, but he's just a locker room guy, defensive in spots. His offense is non-existent at this point, even for Chicago. He's had a couple games, couple moments. Even in the first game against Toronto, like he hit a huge three, and that was his only made three of the game. He was like 0 of 5 before that. But Patrick Beverly, he's just that guy that chirps, is just a competitor. He gets at it, plays some defense from time to time, but he's not the guy he once was. But he still talks like he does. He still runs it like he's this all defensive team type guy, and he's just lighting it up, and he's not doing anything. Like, I do think he has spots on teams. Like, I think Chicago should keep him. I think it's his hometown. He wants to be there. I think he has. He's a great locker room guy for whatever they decide to do. Chicago needs to blow it up though. They're probably losing Vu. He's a free agent. I said that they should have traded him in the past trade deadline. They didn't. There was all the talks about them trading Levine, trading DeMar, and they didn't want to do that. They at all. I don't know why. Because you knew this was going to happen. You knew that this was going to happen. Chicago was just, they don't work. They're not a good team. And I've heard so many Chicago fans, every time I mention this and bring it up, Chicago fans are like, oh, if we had Lonzo, yeah, right. Like Lonzo Ball is going to be the difference between you being eliminated from making the playoffs and losing in the play-in to being a contender. It's silly. You know, everyone thinks that their bad team is a good team, right? You know, and look, the reality is I think Chicago has a bunch of really good pieces that other teams may really want. And you just unload them and you rebuild. There's nothing wrong with that. And Patrick Beverly, I think, would be a good guy to have in that rebuild as like a veteran guy for the young talent. Or if Patrick Beverly wants a championship reign, go to a contender. He even talked about how the Warriors wanted him. I think he'd be great on the Warriors, right? Like that they always want those defensive guards, those Gary Payton II type guys. I think Patrick Beverly suits that. Even the Lakers, like I wouldn't mind him coming back to the Lakers for like a vet minimum. I don't think he's worth much more than that. I just don't. His offense isn't there. But on a vet minimum deal, his defense and just him and what he brings in the locker room, I think is worth it, right? Because, I mean, like, look at, like, Jared Dudley. Jared Dudley is a great example. Like, he was great for the championship team in 2020, right? He was massive for that bubble team, right? Like, he just, his veteran presence, his just being a locker room guy, helping some of the younger guys, all that stuff. I think Patrick Beverly, if he would embrace that role, I do think he would get some minutes, get some burn. And on top of that, I think he could really fit in as like that mentor, just energy guy. So I do think that there's space still in the NBA for Patrick Beverly, as terrible as he's been this year. He was literally the worst offensive player in the entire league. That's not like an opinion. That's literally what he was. That's a fact. When he was he was so bad with the Lakers, and he wanted out. Like why he didn't show up? And again, all this chirping, Patrick Beverly talking this talk. Now, Patrick Beverly's different because that's what Patrick Beverly does, right? Patrick Beverly just runs his mouth. But it's just funny to see all of these things that like a month ago were completely different conversations, and the Lakers sat back and everyone was talking and chirping, and I was here on this channel on live streams and in videos saying, let's just be patient, just wait, just let's see what the end result is, let them talk, let's see. Hey, you never know. All the trolls in the comments, everybody, and I was like, let's wait. What ends up happening? The Lakers turn it around and they're in the playoffs again. I'm not saying they win the NBA championship, but let me tell you, if you are a fan of the video that I made about the Pelicans and this video, just wait. If you're somebody that's not a fan of this, you're really not going to be a fan of me if we win the NBA championship. Do not let the Lakers win the NBA championship. You're going to see Petty Tyler. That's what you're going to see, because saving the receipts, man. And I've heard all this chirping, and I've sat here patiently and just let people talk and just say, we'll see. And now look, Pelicans, done, enjoy Cancun. Patrick Beverly, running his mouth, done, enjoy Cancun. Thomas Bryant, he had it made here. He wanted to play more. He wanted to be traded, requests a trade. He gets traded to Denver, boom, enjoy the bench. It's funny. Everyone thinks the grass is greener on the other side. Everyone likes to talk when the Lakers are down. But at the end of the day, it's the Lakers. And like I always say, for whatever reason, hate it or love it, but the Lakers always seem to get their way, whether it's with players, whether it's with just turnarounds, whether it's with trades, whether it's whatever. And everybody talks about how nobody wants the Lakers to win, and all these organizations, and the league, and blah, 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 blah. And everyone wants to talk about the point disparity when it comes to free throws, but nobody takes 10 seconds to actually look up what they're talking about, and instead just like to talk smack on the internet and look foolish. And the Lakers just keep making everybody look foolish. I love it. Anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I pass the question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. Do you like that the Lakers, all these people keep running in the mouths? Lakers line them up, knock them down. Everyone's enjoying Cancun. Everyone is getting eliminated. Lakers seem to still be here. Again, it's just funny how quickly things change. But hopefully the Lakers get it done against Memphis so we can talk even more smack. I would love that. But regardless, I mean, look, the Lakers, they have a promising future, and I'm excited for it. And I love that the haters just keep talking, keep chirping. Let the Lakers get the job. They handle business with their actions, not their words. So let me know down in the comments below.